right, guys. Thank you for the opportunity to let me share one of the chapters in my, I would say, new book, but it's really my first ever book. And this is something that is near and dear to my heart, just being in harmony. So, Precious, let's take the temperature for the audience out there and let's see who is in a harmonious state of being right now. I don't want to sway the poll, but I'm hoping that we're all feeling good. And if not, at the end of this presentation, and oh, that's pretty good. So the majority of people are in a harmonious state. Very good to you guys. Very good. So let's go ahead and end that. And let's introduce you to what I share in my book. All right. All right. So the first question I have for you, and put this in the chat, is what is your definition of harmony? You just took a poll and you just said, yes, you are in harmony. That's most of the people that said yes. And there were like a couple people that said no, they were not in harmony. But do you really have a good sense of what it means to be in harmony? This is the Merriam-Webster dictionary. What is your definition? Put in there, let me see. What is your definition of harmony? Merriam-Webster definition is calm and tranquility. All right, let's do it another way. Do you agree with that definition? Give me a clap or an applaud if you do. Okay, harmony says it's the preferred word to balance. Oh, okay. Sergio says peace of mind and heart with family, friends, and work. Camille, welcome, Camille. Put where you're calling in from, Camille. Peace, balance, connection between your internal state and your environment. Camille, I think you're onto something. Did you read my book? Everything working to, oh, Anaya, very nice. I'm seeing balance and peace throughout. All right, Riley. Okay, Riley, being in control of your emotions, Riley. And things that can affect them. All right. I think if we were giving out passing grades here, you guys would all pass it. So that's Merriam Dictionary. I stumbled upon something the other day, and if anyone is familiar with Buddha's enlightenment, let me know. Send me a floating bubble. But I read this, and you can read it on your own. But I like the last two sentences. Such a state of life is like the ocean, right? So you know the ocean, it ebbs and flows, all right? It comes and goes, and the waves and everything, and sometimes it's perfectly still. But for the Buddha's enlightenment, he says, no matter what turmoil there may be on the surface that you see going on, those waves, right? Whether you're surfing, in its depths, there is absolute calm and tranquility. And so even this is a Buddha's definition of harmony. Did you see that it tied back in to the Merriam-Webster's dictionary of calm and tranquility? Did anyone catch that? So I really just wanted to put that in there. However, my definition of harmony, and this is one of the daily devotionals, day number 8 in my book, I literally, guys, when things are not quite the way I would have wanted it to be or expected it to be, I actually go around and I do say, que sera, sera. And who knows what that means? Anyone know what that means? What language is that in? So the affirmation for day number 8 is, que sera, sera. God will turn what was meant for my harm into good. And my definition, my focus of having harmony for myself, it's spoken a different way from the Merriam Dictionary. It's spoken maybe a different way from the Buddha, like the ocean. But my affirmation for day 8 and throughout all the rest of the days of my life is, I will be content in all circumstances. In all circumstances, no matter what is going on, no matter how much it seems like a crisis, if we can't find what we need, people don't show up when they're supposed to show up, I will still be content in all circumstances. Does that resonate with anyone? Anyone agree, disagree? So with that, I would like to leave you guys with that phrase, que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. And if you just use that as a mantra throughout your day and the next day, I think you will be much, much way ahead in finding harmonious peace and balance that you spoke about. So in the book, Angels Are Praying, the chapter on harmony, we talked about how, actually I spoke about, not we, but I spoke about how the mind, the body, and the soul are all connected, that they all have to be in sync with each other, right? And the differences that I talk about that I don't hear or have read elsewhere is that I believe, based on when you look at the graphical photo, that the mind carries more importance than the body and the soul. And I remember, I think it was someone mentioned about being in control. And I think, Riley, that must have been your comment earlier. But I think the mind actually is more important, and it is the primary organ that is in control over the body and the body and the soul. I think there's definitely communication going on between the three organs, the three entities. The body communicates the physical data to the mind. If it feels a prick, if a bone is broken, if it's bleeding, and the mind interprets that. And the same thing for the soul. If the soul senses danger or have an instinct of how you feel about someone, that premonition and so forth, it feeds that information to the mind, and the mind figures out what exactly is going on and how the person should react to whatever the situation is. Do I have an agreement out there with my concept of harmony and that the mind controls everything? And if so, here is a little sidebar story that I want to share with everyone. Any soccer moms out there? I'm a soccer mom, and I'm proud of it, okay? I know soccer moms get a bad rap, but I'm proud of being a soccer mom. And I learned early on when I first ventured into the soccer world that when a child was kicked or tripped or was hurting or they're on the ground, that the way the parents reacted to that child. And I was flabbergasted when I would see a child on the ground look as if they were hurting, and the parent would be like, "Get up, Johnny, get up, you can do it, keep playing." And they said a little bit worse things than that, but for this presentation we leave it lighthearted, and the kid would like get up and keep on playing. And I think maybe by now some of you who have children and toddlers will also be familiar, and it may resonate that when your child cries, if they're toddling around and bump into furniture, they look at you. If you panic and go, "Oh, Johnny, oh, how you feeling? Do you have a boo-boo?" Then they might start crying. They're looking for you to tell them how to feel. So it's this particular thing is how the mind controls the body and what to do. And so people can push through their pain because their mind is telling them that they can push through it. All right. Now with the soul, have you ever been walking down a dark, I probably shouldn't be, but I'm from New York City. But have you ever been walking down a dark alley or something, and something happens, you hear a sound and the hair stands up on the back of your neck, and all your instinct and your intuition is just at the highest? And so that's the where that intuition comes from, that discernment. And so the mind, the soul feeds that information, what you're hearing, what you're seeing, to the mind, and the mind actually processes that information, looks at its experience that it's had previously, and it will say, oh no, that sound is from a cat, so you are okay, keep walking through the dark alley, right? Anyone can relate to that? That's where we get the control from the mind and the soul. If you can relate that, let me know. All right. Now, obviously, I heard, or rather, I read a lot of the comments that talked about balance. When I asked what was your definition of harmony, a lot of you said balance, 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 and you are correct. For you to experience harmony and to get the peace that you're looking for, we've got to engage both your mind, your body, and your soul. In my book, Angels Are Praying, we offer some very easy, simple examples of mind, body, and soul practices, not only for the adults, but things that we know the children who are experiencing mental health crisis right now can really do without skipping it, right? I mean, a quick walk, some exercise, clean your room, Johnny. Right? I'm picking on little Johnny today. Maybe I'll say clean your room, Sarah. But these are some examples of some simple, easy ones. And really, it's just doing what you enjoy doing, and making sure you're nurturing the mind, your body, and your soul. All right? You guys want to put in the chat what you guys do to nurture for your mind, body, soul practices? By the way, my mother just turned 103 years old 2 days ago. I think it was Wednesday, May 11th. And I'm so happy for her, and I'm going to go see her shortly again. But when I asked her, Mom, why do you think you live so long? And obviously this was back in her 80s, because she's 103 now. She can't answer this question. But I also observed, and she said she did the most difficult crossword puzzles, the professional level crossword puzzles. She would do them even more than once a day, and she was really good. She kept her mind really sharp. She had great memory. She was even helping my son with their homework, right? Now she loves cow foot. If anyone from the island out there, any island people, she loves cow foot. She didn't eat it every day, but when she said cow foot, she believes keeps her mind sharp, I kind of brushed that off until later on I realized somewhere it's been proven that cow foot has the gelatin, and it has collagen. And if there are medical doctors, if you guys want to chat about that. So I think she was onto something, because she's 103 years old. She walked every day. Even when she was on a walking cane, she would still get out of the house and walk to the mailbox. She insisted on it. So she knew the value of getting some body practice in there. And for her soul, oh gosh, you ever hear of having a praying mama or a praying grandmother? She went to church every time she could, and she would wake up at 3 a.m. in the mornings, and she would pray for all her children, and her grandchildren. That's what she did. Me, for my friends who know me, I love to read, play spades, and a lot of games, meditate, and so forth. And I love to dance like no one is watching. Usually no one is watching. And I'm also a very spiritual person, and I do understand that I need to feed and nourish my soul. I read my daily devotionals every day, pray every morning. I roll off my bed, fall on my knee, not at 3 a.m. like my mother, but I do that practice. So who knows? Maybe I'll live to 103, right? Anyone out there saw or read the book, The Secret? That made a very strong impression of me, and I actually introduced it to my family. So every New Year's Day, we have family meetings, and we each have our vision board in, And I think that's something, there's a scripture there that says, when there's no vision, the people perish. So I highly recommend it. If you've not been doing a vision board, to go ahead, cut some pictures out, get it, write it down, see your vision. So the normal or natural philosophy, I think, for human nature is they need to try to control people and the situations. So we are naturally created to do one thing, and so we have to work and practice daily to not try to do that. Because how many of you know that if you're tied to the outcome of something, then when it doesn't go your way, that's when you're going to lose your peace. That's when you're going to actually get frustrated. So we need to recognize that. And if you find yourself like me, I'm always trying to control everything. My kids, the job, the work, the staff, my parents, my sister, everything. I always kind of visualize how I want it, and I want to control it. I'm suggesting that you recognize that you're in that, become aware that you're in that controlling state of mind, right? That you're doing it. That's the first thing you need to do. For me, I ask God to help me to take control of my mind and my thoughts, right? And to help me to, if I miss some of my mind, body, soul practices, to help me get through them for that day, to help give me that harmony, calm my mind down, and gain peace, right? So how many of you does that resonate with? That philosophy? Any controlling people out there? We should have had a poll, Sandy, on that one. How many people are controlling people? All right. So we are at the end of my presentation. And again, the chapter is in my Angels Are Praying, my first book. And I want to leave you with this quote by Lao Tzu. I think I'm going to use the word ancient, but I think he's an ancient Chinese philosopher. And a lot of people may have heard this quote. If you've heard it, let me know. But I'll just say the words: watch your thoughts, right? That's where your mind comes into play. Your mind is going to control your thoughts, right? So you want to make sure what you have control of your mind. You have control of your mind, then your life will follow. They become your words become your actions becomes your habits habits become your character, and your character, who you are, becomes your destiny. So I encourage each and every one to try to find some simple, easy mind, body, soul practices. Do them daily to get into a continuous state of daily peace and think harmony on a daily basis. All right. That is my encouragement. You guys going to do that? You guys going to take away some of that and commit to that? That is great. I will let you know that these photos, I'm going to give you guys can put it in the comment. These photos are all a few of the photos that are in my Angels Are Praying book. My vision for the book was to have daily devotionals by day and to have beautiful colored photography that was associated with the devotion for that particular day. And once you read the daily devotional and the affirmation and the prayer, if you flip the page, you could really just hone in on the photo and just look at God's beauty, God's creation, and maybe try to guess where the photo is from. But just take a 1 minute meditation, 1 minute meditation, just to sit quietly and stare at the photos and reflect. I want to ask everyone, these photos are all photos by my 3 sons and myself. And so they're all embedded in here. I'm going to ask each person to put in which photo is their favorite. All right. Everyone who knows me knows I'm a little bit competitive. So I kind of want to win this photo poll. So I'm not going to tell you which one I do till after I get it. But who likes the waterfall? Put in waterfall. Who likes the sunset? Who likes the rock? Put it in. Who likes the butterfly? Who likes the green field? who likes the airplane, and who likes the, what is that? It's still a waterfall, but it's a different view of the waterfall. Okay, let's see who's winning here. Ooh, sunset, sunset, butterfly. Okay, waterfall, sunset. Oh, Doctor, I love all of them. Airplane. Philomena, you like the airplane? I didn't expect that one. Okay, so it looks like rock and waves. All right, the ocean. It looks like it's a tie between the sunset and the waterfall. So I'm in the running somehow. My son did the sunset, and that's in the section on peace because it's very serene and peaceful. And I did the waterfall. So I guess it's a tie. So thank you guys for playing along with me with that. So now I have something for you guys. All right, let's do a call to action. Put in the website there. Oh, it's already there. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, Precious. If you look in the comment section at the top, you will see a way to get a free gift from us. The first 3 people, I love the number 3 because I have 3 boys. The first 3 people to go to that website, put in the contact information, put in the message, Angels Health and Wellness Summit free gift. The first 3 people will get a free Angels Are Praying book from me. So the only thing is you have to do it within the next 3 days. All right? Today, Saturday, and Sunday. And then by Monday, I will select the first 3 and I will announce it on our Angels Are Publishing website. All right? And you can get that. For those who may miss that, do we have the other CTA Precious, where others, we can share with others where to go and actually purchase the book? And you can also explore the book on Amazon. It's available right there. You can look inside for a peek and everything. So if you have the other one, Precious, the other CTA, you can go ahead and show that now. All right. So that is the end of my presentation.